At Bedlam, my friend and I were watching you in school, and some kid who was an ex-Brawl Stars player looked at you and said, "Oh, you know what he's talking about because he looks like a virgin." Yo, what is going on, guys? Knower of things here. Today, back at it again, telling you things I know. One of those things is that there's a new news article dropped today. Wait, to say 21 hours ago? What the hell? That goes over all of the changes that are going to hit the game in this upcoming update. Now, I'm a little bit late to this party. I was playing Deltarune yesterday, so unfortunately I did not get to cover it in that video last night. That's why we did a little bit of a stream highlights clip with Wasim. Sorry guys, that Deltarune thing took me way longer than I thought, but chapter 2 will come soon, don't worry about it. So in case you don't know what's coming in this update or haven't read this article, I guess I'll just do a quick read through with you all here. So Brawler Blast is going to replace Star Road in this upcoming update. Now, what is Brawler Blast? Now, in Brawler Blast, you always unlock a random brawler from a certain rarity. So it's kind of like how currently in the Star Road, right, you unlock a brawler of a certain rarity, but in Star Road, you can choose from a set of, you know, certain brawlers, which one you want to upgrade. Like here, I can switch from Cordelius to a certain other brawlers that I want. But in Brawler Blast, it's a random brawler from a specific rarity instead of getting to choose between 4. Now, this means that you don't know what brawler you're going to get, but in return, collecting a brawler with credits now gives you extra progression. Here's how it works. You collect your credits. The amount of credits per rarity hasn't changed, so it'll still cost the same amount of credits to get each rarity of Brawler. Once you get enough credits, you'll open the Brawler Blast screen. So kind of like how the current credit system works, right? When you get enough credits, you choose from like the Brawler selection menu, which one you want. Here you open the Brawler Blast screen. It's a new one. I don't think they have an image shown here, but from what I am aware of, it's similar to some kind of like a shooting gallery. And you'll see all the Brawler options you can unlock, but then as you tap the screen, all of each like potential brawler you could have unlocked gets eliminated one by one, which will drop then these gem fragments from it, that will then automatically get converted into progression for your brawlers. So that in this article says like power levels, gadgets, star powers, gears, hypercharges, and buffies. And here is kind of an example graphic that they show in the article of what that might looks like. This is the results page, not the brawler like elimination page. Like in this case, if you were to unlock Rico from the Brawler Blast, this person got power level 2, a gadget, a gear, a star power, a hypercharge, and a buffy. It looks like they got like a really good drop from this. I think it's going to be quite rare to get all of like the hypercharge, buffy, and star power rewards. And yeah, here it says you always get at least 1 power level, but if you are lucky enough, you can actually get a brawler at power level 11 with a hypercharge and more. So that is essentially going to be the system that is coming in this upcoming update. They are removing Star Road and removing another aspect of deterministic reward choice that you can get in Brawl Stars, that kind of vestiges from the old no more gambling phase that the game had back in like 2022 or 3. Now, but it's not completely gone. Sometimes you will have the option to pick a brawler from 2 to 4 options, and then you will collect that brawler with all the progression you found. So they're giving you some option to still choose, but I guess it's going to be rare. And the article goes on to say, you know, like when the update lands, it'll probably change some stuff with the current brawler your Star Road is unlocking with credits. So if you're currently working towards a brawler in the Star Road that you really want right now, like let's say I really want Cordelius no matter what, and this, you know, the update's about to drop, they are giving us 1,500 credits, I think, right after Brawl Talk. They'll be giving us 1,500 credits on August 29th, and that'll compensate for the disruption the change might cause people who are working on getting a new brawler. That being said, you can also wait until after the update drops to claim the credits, in which case the credits will go towards a new Brawler Blast system, and then that'll give you a chance to get progression in the process of unlocking your next brawler. So basically, if you really want your character right now, that this, like you want this and you don't really care that much about like the potential progression you could get from the new Brawler Blast system, collect the credits now before the update drops. Otherwise, just save them for after the update drops, and you'll probably get some extra bonus progression on top of the new brawlers that you're going to get from the new system. Those are essentially the announcements in the article, and this has led to a little bit of a stink up online in response to these changes. Of course, obviously, people are not happy that the game is removing a more deterministic system in favor of gambling. You can see here some posts on Reddit saying not even 1 year wilting flower emoji, basically showing, I guess someone predicted on Reddit like, oh, they're calling it now, they're gonna remove Star Road in 1 to 2 years. And then here's Kairos Times video talking about how they just announced that they're removing it. People saying, oh my god, it's over with the Doom Cordelius emoji. What direction is Brawl Stars even going in for anymore? Game sucks, they ruined it the way they keep adding and removing features. I want to see how Kairos defends this shit. I'm so glad I quit this shithole of a game. Here's another post They killed everything in the update. Why bring RNG back when starter was already a great system? I'm sorry, but I can't defend them anymore. Recently, we've seen reworks of existing features like masteries and the oddity shop that turned out to be worse, completely useless, and something that nobody ever asked for. Today, I see that in the next update, they want to change the way we unlock brawlers, turning it into what seems to be an RNG-based system. Please, Supercell, rework Mega Pig, ranked, mapmaker, and matchmaking instead. That is what we actually need. So in this video, I wanted to talk about this little stink up, this little drama, share my thoughts with you all so you all know what the right opinion to have is. And be like Plankton from the scene of the end of that first SpongeBob movie, the only good one. But I'm gonna be like Poseidon with a bucket hat instead, and then, you know, like I'm kind of like an executive trying to kill off the last few dissidents for Supercell's sake. For the sake of my creator code, guys, I gotta shill for Supercell as much as possible. No, this is not how this is. Okay, here's the thing, guys, alright? I'm gonna tell you this straight up. I'm a super creator. I have a creator code. That's not actually going to influence my opinion. What does influence my opinion is the fact that I have access to the developer build. Because they've already given super creators access to the dev build early, so I have touched the Brawler Blast a little bit. That's what they call it now. Wait, can I tell you this stuff? I'm also not going to tell you anything that I may have gleaned from playing in the dev build. You have to wait for this Saturday when the Brawl Talk drops for you to get my extended thoughts and experiences of playing around in the dev build. But what I can tell you is that I think a lot of this online stuff is kind of overblown. Okay? I'm gonna be honest, guys. Here's the thing about the fucking Star Road system. And I have a pet peeve, a personal pet peeve with the Star Road system. I fucking hate the Star Road system, okay? Because look at this shit. I am on my free-to-play account right now, all right? My account is 77 out of 106 brawlers. I've been playing on this account on and off for the past few months now. I grinded the account like the first month that I had it because I wanted to get my 12 maxed out brawlers for ranked. Then I kind of slowed down and I didn't really play on it as much after that, but I still log on every now and then. And at this point, I have a lot of the brawlers in the game, okay? I would consider, if I was a brand new player playing on this account, I'd be like, yeah, I've been playing Brawl for a long time, man. I got 10,000 trophies. I got 77 brawlers. You know, like, look at all the power 11s and the buffies and shit that I have. Like, I got mad buffies on this account. Look at this, okay? I am an experienced player. Why do I still not have access to any of the ultra legendary brawlers that are both really good in ranked? Why do I not have access to fucking Otis? Okay, I have not had the choice to unlock Otis ever. Why do I not have the choice to unlock Lumi? She's one of the best tank counters in the game right now. I see her all the time in ranked. I cannot play her. Why? I can't unlock Mina. I have to spend gems if I want to unlock any of these characters, or buy the Brawl Pass to get a Brawler key if I want to get Nausea or Star Nova, right? These are any of the newer brawlers that are released in the game. I just do not have access to this. And I've been playing for the past year, like all of the newest brawlers in the game, right? Those are fine. I can get the newest brawlers in the game easily because look, Nori, Glowbert, Wendy, I have all these. Why? Because the new Brawler event with the boxes makes it so I have a pretty easy access to getting all the newest characters on release. And you can switch to it in the Star Road too if you don't win in that event. I don't care about those people, but because those are peasants who are not on that grind set to win. Okay, those people, they're never gonna, I don't care about the new Brawler anyways, all right? But people who are hardcore grinders will always get the new Brawler on release. It's really just the newer Brawlers on release that I wasn't there to pick up. I just will never have access to these characters until I unlock, how many credits is this? Like literally like 20 Brawlers, Legendary and Mythic mix. Like that, bro, that's gonna take fucking forever. The Start Road system is kind of bullshit for people who want the newer accounts but weren't around to play during when they first released. If you don't switch to it and that moment, you're never getting it for the next half a year at least, like 1 year of dedicated playing. Like, bro, I don't even know how long it's gonna take, but it's gonna take a fucking while. Star Road sucks. And I have been saying for the longest time that I think Supercell needs to take another look at it to basically let everybody get any brawler from within a rarity whenever. Like, they should maybe re-examine that. Now, could they have just taken the Star Road system and just leave it as it is and let you just unlock any brawler from within a rarity? Yeah, they could have. Would that have solved the problem that I'm talking about where new players don't have access to like a later rarity brawler, I guess? Like, I guess if I wanted to unlock Draco, I technically don't have access to that right now. Wait, do I? No, I do have access to that. Wait, I guess it's a bad example, bro. I have almost every legendary brawler on this account, huh? Okay, but for the mythics, right? If I want to unlock Mina, right? If they just let it so that you can unlock any mythic brawler when you went to the mythics, would that be an easy fix? Yeah, I guess that would have been pretty simple to do. Would that have made the game better? Honestly, I don't think so, because it really just comes down to choice paralysis. Like, I think there is something to be said from a video game design perspective that getting every single possible option is not actually a good player experience. Here's the thing, guys. Human beings want to min-max. They want to feel like whatever they're getting is the best thing. We've all had that situation where we are on a food ordering app, okay, where we want to chut out for the night. We want to order DoorDash, Grubhub, whatever delivery guy, have a minority deliver our $12 burrito to us through a blizzard and storm and leave him a $0 tip. Like, we've all been there. But the hard part is deciding if you actually want a burrito, or if you want Chinese or Indian or a sandwich or a burger and fries or pizza or whatever. Like, there's just so many options, right? And you can end up scrolling on those apps for like 30 minutes, an hour, and that's what they want. They want you to scroll forever. They give you all of these choices on purpose to make it hard, right? Netflix is the same thing. They have you scrolling their page looking for a show you to watch. You sometimes just spend all your time swiping or scrolling. You don't even click on anything to watch at the end of the day. There's actually, I think, a related thing with YouTube specifically, where many years ago, YouTube did a pivot from the subscription feed model to a homepage recommended system, right? When recommending a YouTube video. So even the video you're watching right now, 99% of you did not click on this from a sub feed. Even though people tell you to subscribe, like, you know, YouTube's like, oh, like and subscribe or whatever. That just helps their metrics. YouTube sees that and is like, oh, it's a popular video. People enjoyed this video, so they're like gonna like and subscribe for it, so we'll push it more. People don't actually look to their sub feed to find YouTube videos usually. And even if you do go to the sub feed now, I think there's like some new shit now where like, it shows you like the most relevant sub videos and like the latest, like they're separated out. It's kind of annoying. They don't actually show you the sub feed in the way that the sub feed normally is anymore. And really what it comes down to is that people don't really like choosing one thing out of an infinite number of choices. People actually prefer to choose one thing out of a curated selection, like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 things. Maybe even just having it chosen for them and it being random is also kind of nice too in a way, right? Like, imagine if when you had to scroll reels, you had to click on specifically the one reel you wanted. Nobody really is going to do that. But if you got a random reel every time you swipe down, that's awesome, right? That's cool. Like, it's like, okay, I wonder what I'm going to get next. That kind of question mark leaves you scrolling, as we all know. Or if you are on like your homepage, like on reels, and you like have a selection of 2 to 3 reels to choose, like that's simpler than just giving you every possible choice at once. And so coming back to Brawl Stars, design-wise, even like the Star Road itself, right, is built around the fact that you only have a limited number of choices. You don't have infinite choices. That's what makes the Star Road, and that's what makes it work. If you have the option to choose every single thing, that's not really as good of a player experience. Now, does that mean that they have to remove choice entirely and make it all random? No. And actually, I'm gonna be honest, guys, the reason why I think a lot of this is overblown is because choice is still there. They said it in the article. Sometimes you have the option to pick a brawler from 2 to 4 options, and you will collect the brawler with all the progression that you found. Now, that sometimes is a little bit misleading, because it's like, well, sometimes could mean like 10%, sometimes could mean like 30%. Like, what does sometimes mean? To me, sometimes is a low amount. Let's wait until Brawler Blast comes out, or when Saturday comes and I can show you the sneak peeks, because I think you'll be surprised. Just the degree of okayness that the new system will maybe be. But I don't want to, I can't tell you guys what it is, because I don't want to break the embargo. But yeah, like overall, I honestly think the new system is going to be basically a net buff. Like, you're getting more progression. One other thing that's kind of been annoying about the new brawler unlock system that's just like kind of lame is that when you get a new brawler, like, look at all of these power 1 brawlers I have on my free-to-play account. I have 77 brawlers. I play like maybe 16 of them. Look, so see this? Shelly's power 2, and all of the non-power 11 brawlers are all power 1. I don't touch these characters. Some of them have trophies, like 100 or so, but like, I don't really play them because I can't play them. They're power 1, and if I try to play them, it's just not going to be that fun. It's like they just don't have the necessary strength to really feel playable. What is cool about the new Brawler system, and I think what is kind of slipping under the radar for a lot of people, is that they start off with a bonus power. And so you don't actually have to ever invest your own resources into trying a character out. So it almost feels like a waste to play a new character that you might not even like. But instead, the character starts off already with power levels invested for you, and then you can play it and see if you like it or not, get a more accurate like feel for what a character might really actually feel to play, right? It actually feels nicer that way. And I think the game actually is better for it. Now, does this matter to people who have all of the characters unlocked? No, it doesn't, because I guess like when you do the new Brawler event with the boxes, right, and like get Wendy, for example, from the ticket event, you're not actually going to get her with the new Brawler, like the Brawler Blast system. You're going to get it from the boxes, so it's going to start off power 1. That's kind of weird. I think if they had reworked the entire new Brawler unlock system so that every source of unlocking the new character gives you, you know, like a Brawler Blast extra progression thing, that would have been really cool, and it would actually have made like unlocking every character feel as good as the Brawler Blast system does. But unfortunately, I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe that'll be like down the road, or maybe they will never do it. I don't know. But either way, at least the new characters and all of the newer characters are possible to be unlocked by a newer account. That is what I really like about the new rework, while also preserving the choice with like the ability to choose from a set of characters still in Brawler Blast. That is still going to be the case, while also giving a little bit of progression to the Brawler unlock system, right? Like you're going to get power levels for it. Now, the first 5 or so power levels are like basically worthless, you know, like it's like in the couple hundreds of coins to actually get a Brawler up to power 5 or 6 or 2 or 3 or whatever it is. And I don't know the exact numbers on how likely it is to get a Brawler up to power 7 or above. From Brawler Blast, I'll probably just like maybe have a new fresh account on the dev build and like unlock all the characters and see what I get. And so on Saturday, I'll have better info for you guys then. But I really just think that psychological barrier of like, I don't want to invest in a new character to even try it, because I don't know if I'll like it, and I feel like it'll be a waste. I'd rather just spend all those resources on upgrading characters I already have, and then kind of getting funneled into not playing any other character besides the 5 that you have upgraded. I think that is actually a good thing. And I think being able to get characters from any moment of their release, regardless of whether or not you were there during like their Brawler release event to switch to it and get it, or like I guess now get it from their Brawler event box, I think that's a good thing. I think letting new players get access to Lumi, even if it is still like kind of random, I think that's good, bro. I actually like that. I think another aspect to this that is making it kind of harder to know how good this new system is going to be is really like a lot of what I'm talking about, like new player experience and, you know, these psychological elements are kind of more emotional, right? Like you need to actually play it yourself to get a feel for it to know how good it's going to be. If someone is just telling you, hey, we're making a system kind of more random and also gambly, and, you know, taking away a little bit choice, like that's feels like shit, right? That's just like, well, that sucks. I like having choices. But in practice, I think people will like this new change for the most part. I think the simplest way for me to explain it to you would be like if you were there or know of, have heard of back when Brawl Stars was basically focused completely around brawl boxes, and the only way to unlock characters was from a Brawler box. When they removed that system and changed it to a credit system so you could actually get whatever character you wanted, people really didn't like that because they actually missed the excitement of opening boxes, and so they added star drops in. I think that has been a tired story that has been repeated by me so many times, and I'm honestly tired of saying it. And it's like, I don't like, guys, I don't know, it's just the classic example of like, oh, RNG is actually super fun, but like more than that is, to me, the excitement of random unlocks is, on an emotional level, probably more fun than what most people online are giving it credit for. And I think the new Brawler Blast system does like a nice mix of still having some choice. Okay, to be clear, you are still going to have some choice. I'm not gonna tell you how much choice because I can't, but I like the new system. It also just like reduces the barrier for new players to try out new characters that they get. It makes the process of getting new characters more exciting and also fluid. Like honestly, having to choose between 4 things every single time or 3 things every single time, like, guys, be honest with me, how many people go off of the game when they are about to get a new Brawler and look up like, oh, which character should I choose, and spend like 5 minutes, 30 minutes trying to figure something out? Like, is that a fun process for you, or would you rather just, you know, have a character powered up to 8 for you with a hyper buffy and a hyper charge already on hand, so you can, you know, just have a quick like little test for yourself and see like, oh, okay, I'm playing this power 8 Brawler now, and if I upgrade it, I got, you know, it's star power or gadget for free. Let me test it out and see what it's like. Like, is that, I feel like that is just a better player experience, and it's not at any cost to you, right? Like, they're just buffing the progression with this. I think it's a good system, man. I don't know. I think that's gonna be pretty cool. Like this framing of want Chuck or Melody or Cordelius or Nani or as a heist merchant, now I need to gamble for them. That framing is actually, I would, in my opinion, after having tried it, is actually quite misinformed. But I can't tell you anymore. Whoa, what's that? That's crazy. Holy vague posting. Am I LARPing? Oh my god, guys. When will the shilling stop? How far can I go? Now, it's not like there are no victims with this change. There is a group of players that I guess are going to be missing out for most of the benefits of this, and it's really just the people who are already maxed out. Like, on my main account, I have every Brawler in the game. If you're in my shoes with every Brawler in the game, yeah, you're not really going to be getting the most of anything from these changes. Honestly, you're probably just gonna get the 1500 credits, and then that's gonna be that, like, la-di-da, I got fame bonus stuff. Genuinely, this update won't impact people with every Brawler in the game. That's just kind of how the system is designed. Now, the nice thing is it doesn't hurt you at all, like, to have this system. It just doesn't help you at all to have this system. It doesn't do anything for you. It literally, like, it doesn't matter. Given that information, is there still a reason to complain? You know, maybe kind of going along with what some people are saying, like, man, Supercell keeps going after shitty changes that doesn't even matter when they are ignoring the important stuff like Mega Pig and Ranked and map maker and matchmaking and records. Why are they not addressing the actual problems? You know, Supercell, it just keeps redoing things that are already fine because of short-term profits. They are the most important thing. Okay, so first of all, the Star Road is a problem. Okay, I just want to get that addressed. Star Road and its inability to give newer brawlers like Mina or Lumi, who have been in the meta and are still in the meta forever and ever, that would be really awesome for new players to get, because, you know, you can play them in a lot of different game modes. They're pretty versatile characters, so quite free to play friendly if you could add those. New players not having access to those has been a problem for so fucking long. Okay, this is actually a big problem that I guess just because it doesn't affect you, you don't think it's a big deal, but like this actually does matter, and it's really, really huge. And it's not only for new players, quote unquote. Like players that have been playing for like multiple years might not have access to some of these characters, maybe because they missed the year when they came out, or like stopped playing for like a few months and came back, or, you know, maybe they've been playing for like a while but they've just not been logging on often enough to get enough credits to like get every single character in the game yet. Like if you've been playing for a long time, I feel like you should have a decent potential to like get new characters. I think that's a problem, and the fact that they're addressing it, I think, is a good thing. That is a good solution that they've done. Okay, just because it doesn't affect you doesn't mean it's not a problem. Second thing is that, yeah, they didn't rework records. They didn't rework the matchmaking system, which they had actually already done a rework for this past year, a few updates ago. They have not reworked Mega Pig in clubs yet, and that is probably because they are working on it. Okay, I understand on an emotional level that it makes sense for you to like get mad at Supercell for not fixing a problem that has been an issue for a while, but what doesn't like follow is that you would need to say that an update sucks, or that Supercell have lost the plot because they are fixing other problems. Like, it would never make sense to dog on Supercell for fixing bugs instead of fixing older bugs that have been in the game for a while, like the Charlie or Naja Cocoon thing. Like that, like saying, oh, Supercell, you're just fixing new bugs instead of fixing the old ones. How fucking dare? Like, it just doesn't make sense. You're fixing some problem with an update, but you're not fixing this, and this. Like, Supercell lost it. Like, I don't think that really makes a lot of sense. For one, records, I don't even know if they have an idea yet for what they want to do with that. Matchmaking, they've already done an update earlier this year, like a few updates ago. Mega Pig 2, I think, is going to take a lot of work for them to fix. Same thing with Map Maker. Like, that's going to take a lot of work for them. Like, obviously, Star Road is something that has been an issue for a long time as well. It's just in line first, and also has an easier to implement solution that they just have worked on, so they're pushing it. Like, why are we getting upset about fixes for issues? I don't get it. I must be out of touch. I must be out of touch. That I don't think that's a bad thing that they're fixing issues. That's a good thing. Like, they can only put out so many changes in an update, guys. I don't think they're ever going to change multiple systems at once within one update. I think that's impossible. And like the systems that they still need to change, like records and, you know, and Mega Pig, they go beyond just number changes or like simple fixes. Like those are kind of fucked mechanics kind of inherently right now, and I don't know. I don't know the right solution. I don't. Supercell doesn't know. If you think you know the right solution, you know, leave a comment, because I'd be interested to hear it. But most likely, I don't think your solution is as good as you think it is. Unfortunately, it's actually kind of hard. With anything, it's kind of a we'll see situation. So once the update drops, we'll have a better feel and vibe for what it's really going to be like. Update's going to drop on Tuesday. I don't think that's a spoiler. I will, of course, be uploading on this channel on Brawl Talk Day all of the information in that video, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, I don't know how long this video is, but I'll probably wrap it up here because I have to actually watch the Brawl Talk and record some footage for the upcoming sneak peek weekend. It's gonna be pretty hectic, man. There's gonna be a lot coming, so like and subscribe to never miss a beat, and leave a comment down below if you absolutely hate this change and think I am so out of touch and that I fucking fell off because I sold out to Supercell. It's just evil how much of a sellout I am defending these greedy practices. Okay, guys, but if you do leave a comment, okay, don't say some shit like, no one asked for this. I asked for it. I wanted this change, okay? Star Road should have been changed. I think in a video that I made like over a year ago, I talked about Star Road being kind of dog shit for new players who don't have access to the newer characters. That's been an issue for so long. Any newer players that would have continued playing the game and had more of a voice in online communities or whatever to like actually share their experiences, okay, they would have maybe asked for this too before they quit. Or maybe they can't anymore because, you know, they quit because they didn't want to play the game anymore because it just wasn't as fun. And maybe that would have been changed if the Star Road was actually different. Like just because you don't see someone talking about it online or it being like this big community-wide push that they can't fix the problem there, like that's so stupid. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it from me. Take care of yourselves. Catch you guys next time. Mwah. See ya. Peace.